Namaste, Soul Tribe. I'm KamalaDevi, and I'm in my garden today. I wanted to show you this epic stone fruit. I have like a white, juicy peach that's blooming. And so I use it as a metaphor. I wanted to look at the garden with you. It's springtime, it's full moon, and I'm reflecting on what's growing, what's blooming, what's shooting and sprouting. And I'm also looking at what's pruning, what's being gardened. And the irony is I have a neighbor right now. I'm gonna get close to the speaker because he's got one of those loud, he's gardening. You can hear it. So I'm going to show you my garden, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about my like what's alive, what's happening in my life. Usually I do these videos and I'll share a different theme or teaching. And I realized I have not been like just leaning in and revealing myself. And I wanted to share more from the heart. It's been a really long winter for me, and it's been hard and dark. And now that it's springtime, I want to, come out and connect more. So here's my little garden and my altar, and you can see my sauna where we normally do full moon saunas. But this full moon, I'm getting a massage. My husband, Michael, and I have been working so hard. We're just like, let's go inward. And part of what we're doing in the inward reflection is harvesting. Um, at, at the end of this last 2-year cycle for me, some of you may or may not know, I was working with ISTA's accountability process, which just released its recent update. So we're, delighted that that ongoing transparent reporting of, of ISTA's work and growth is happening. And it actually also is a graduation for me. It marks the transition where I'm stepping totally out of that role, handing it over to a team that I totally trust and the field to grow it. And that work doesn't stop there. Like, it's ongoing. What I get from this last cycle of working with accountability is constantly asking, how did I co-create this? These consequences, this reality, how am I co-creating this? And, what impact am I having on others? And how do I show up for that? I mean, these are deep fundamental questions, and they're really personal now. They're like, it's not so much just working on others in their fields, it's like taking it home. So that's a big harvest. And as I prune back on that, it opens more space for me to work on my 2 books. I've got, and if you know me, I'm like always writing and creating. And one of these books is a memoir, and that's personal and deep and messy. And memoirs can be really like put people in process when they're working on their life story. So a big part of this theme, the thread that I'm working on, is actually how to graduate from one's personal story into the more transpersonal or archetypical work, so we can be more in service. And I'm doing that through a fun, sexy memoir on tantra and polyamory, and it's called One Fool's Journey. So I could talk on, and I'll probably make a separate video for that because it's so enlivening for me. And then professionally, I'm also doing a polyamory playbook. It's a mouthful. But halfway through writing that book, I realized this isn't just for polyamorous, like open love, conscious, non-monogamous people. This is actually for teachers and healers and therapists who want to support other people in the best practices to do this work. And the focus is closing the gap between the theory of poly and the practice of poly, and how do we actually get, create more heart-mind congruence. And it, of course, includes the body, the somatic practices. So that's really alive for me. And sometimes when I talk about my books, it's so like I'm so involved with them. It's like talking about traveling, like, oh, here's my trip that I went on. So if you want to take that trip with me, if you want to, travel into those worlds, let me know. But this isn't so much about an invitation. It's like, this is what's alive. I've been, um, I've been deep in my winter, and I feel, yeah, I feel like I had to do some deep clearing out. You may or may not have heard my website like went out. So that's under construction, although I'm actually probably pausing that for a season. So I'm just kind of holding, holding pattern. And then also my office manager has moved on. And so I'm in some deep professional transition. And what it's helped me realize is like what it means to listen to the heart, to come from like soul alignment, like real deep. Oh, this is aligned with my soul, not my, website or business, or this is my personality share. Like it's like that deeper call and how to meet people there. Yeah. So I'm touched always when I get to mentor other teachers and healers who keep, showing up and wanting to, like, we have a soul contract of some kind. And so I'm doing one-on-one mentorship now. After closing a couple of years of doing big like mastermind groups, I'm really dropping deeper into the one-on-one work and enjoying that. So I wanted to plant the seed, if now or in the future, somebody who's interested in high level mentorship in areas of erotic entrepreneurship or uh, teaching, coaching, facilitating, that kind of work, group work. All right. Well, like I said, I just wanted to share. And I guess in terms of wrapping this up, and I want to also share blessings. I want to share prayers. So many of us are like at our capacity, under-resourced. There is a collective trauma and freeze that's happening, and there's an unfreeze. I know it's springtime here in the Northern Hemisphere and fall, down under. Um, but collectively, there is a tremendous amount of transformation. And the prayer and the reminder is that we're always supported, that we're held by something much bigger, that the field of love and the energy that we are and that makes up universes is bigger than whatever challenges and traumas and upsets that are arising that seem to hijack our experience. But the invitation is to open to all the help that's available through prayer, through dance, through love making, like open and let it in. Sending you blessings.